I could just crash here tonight. You can see I'm in no shape. I'm driving and anywhere I've got no place to go. Now you know it might not be that bad. You were the best I ever had. If I hadn't known the whole thing years ago, I might not be alone. Tomorrow we could drive around this town. We'll let the cops chase us around. That's going something might be found. Take its place. Hey, y'all see? Well, you can trust me not to think and not to sleep around. If you don't expect too much from me, you might not be let down. 'Cause all I really want is to be with you, feeling like I matter too. If I hadn't known the whole thing years ago, I might just be with you. Tomorrow we could drive around this town, let the cops chase us around. The vibes is about something might be found. Take its place. Tomorrow we can drive around this town. Us around, that's got something might be found. Take its place. Tomorrow we can drive around this town. We let the cops chase us around. The past is gonna something might be found. Take its place. Tomorrow we can drive around this town. We let the cops chase us around. The past is gonna something might be found. Take its place. Hey, Chelsea, she took my heart. Promise I'm what that couldn't start.
Jesus Christ. That's what some lady said to me, so I want to just apologize for her panties for being full of poo.
Who's got poo?
Because,
You scared the shit out of someone, eh?
no, dude, this was one of those moments where you're on your wheel and you just, I don't know if I should just start laughing or if I should literally just start getting upset. And so what happened is that I'm in this moment. I've never taken the metro before on my one wheel. And so I got off the metro and then I needed to make that last leg from the metro to work. And so when I got out of the Ballston Metro in Arlington, it's very populated. There's a lot of people around, sure. But you know when you're just kind of like on your one wheel and you're just kind of maybe on your phone, you're looking at text or something, you're not going anywhere, you're just kind of rocking back and forth. Have you ever had that moment? Have you ever looked at something on your phone on your one wheel? You're not going, you're not traveling, you stop, you're at a light or something, and you're just kind of rocking back and forth while you're waiting.
I think a lot of people can get that sentiment, yeah.
So I'm doing that with a backpack on, with a camera on a tripod sticking out of that, and I look like this. Ah! And so what happens is I'm just back and forth looking down at my Google Maps trying to figure out which direction. Do I go left on the street or right on the street to get to my work? I'm a little disoriented coming out of the metro. And all of a sudden I just hear, oh! Lady looks back, looks at me, and Jesus Christ! Because I'm sure this is a little bit jarring to see on the streets of Arlington.
It's not usually what you see on an everyday basis, for sure. Aliens.
I was like, lady, I see you. And she's like, I mean, and then she goes and starts chirping to her husband. And I'm sorry, I know you were probably a little bit scared by this, and I'm the first person to say, let's make a good name for one-wheelers. I shouldn't have been, going back and forth all over. I wasn't going far, but in this sidewalk, that's not a great place to do that. I should have been more aware. First person to admit it. But lady, so should have you. Because you were doing the same damn thing looking down at your phone, and you looked up at the last second and just saw me and went like that. If you had been aware of your surroundings, none of this would have happened either. So let's just place the correct blame where it lies. 50-50 right now. All right? That poo and those granny panties, 50% yours.
Hopefully she's wearing the adult diaper.
Well, it's 100% hers, but it's 50% her fault.
Well, the lack of awareness in people when they see one-wheel riders just all of a sudden.
It freaks them out, man.
Yeah, they're like not ready for it. And honestly, like I get being jarred a little bit because they're like, oh my God, am I on a side of a mountain snowboarding right now? What is happening? No, you're not. You're literally just watching someone on a one wheel sitting right next to you. And sometimes that reaction is jaw-dropping, like, oh my God, look at that thing. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And sometimes you get that.
I love
People
riding
shit
it like
themselves.
it's a snowboard, man. It's the best thing. It makes me feel like I can snowboard all the time. And I realized one day, wait a minute. There's no reason I can't ride in like 12-degree winter. I have clothes for this. Like I go snowboarding on the top of mountains in Colorado. What am I waiting for? Put your balaclava on. Get your baklava.
Did not bring mine.
So
South for the week.
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to talk to my boys here at the one-stop board shop, Mr. Brian Lindy.
Why? What's going on?
I've got updates for the people. Welcome to the show, by the way, everybody.
Welcome, everyone.
Hi. Nice to see you.
The
Thanks for
song you
hanging
heard
out.
at the beginning of today's show was from the band To The Rescue. You may have heard a familiar voice when that song was going on. That was your boy,
back in the day,
the Looch Dog, singing for you.
That was fun. I
you
like that
enjoyed.
song. We were like, I do have some music. We don't always have to play this canned bullshit for you guys. But there's a lot to get to today. We've got Marco Talotta is going to join the group, and then Chris Richardson is our surprise guest. That's no longer a surprise, apparently.
Surprise!
Peel back the curtain. Belly let you guys in on the surprise. I was trying to do that big reveal. I wasn't going to show you the snowboard stuff until that moment in the story. And fucking Belly has no idea. I should have told him. Just goes to it as like a pre-thing that we like to sometimes do a little window while the opening's coming.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, God, you kill every punchline.
I'm the killer of punchlines.
He's the murderer of punchlines.
Call the police.
If you have anything set up or planned, do not tell him because he will ruin it.
Funny enough, I was told not to kill any other punchlines.
You're
I
doing
was
good.
told on the elevator today to not kill any punchlines,
Doing
and I
good.
do it before we even say a single word.
I mean, unbelievable. I couldn't believe it.
I'm a professional punchline killer. Thank you very much.
Listen, man, you sink into who you are, and there's no apologizing for it. Live your life. There's been a lot of live your life this week, and we're going to try to not be super somber today, but obviously there's a sad cloud just hanging over everywhere. I've been crying for the last few days.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
Well, in those emotional moments, and I think a lot of people experience it all differently, I mean, every level of it is very devastating in a sense.
We'll touch on that. We'll do
Yeah.
just a little tiny bit because I think, it's
We're a
important
one-wheel
to
show.
But we're, I think, a show, obviously, that you kind of go to get away from news, to get away from jobs, to get away from stress. You want your Stoke butter and we're your dealer. We get that. So I wanted to, in fact, that takes me to some of the good stuff that is happening. I don't know if you guys realize this. Do you remember the story about the scooter that saved cancer, that cured cancer?
I'm sorry.
Do you remember this?
What?
Yeah, this is a big one. You want to go there? We can start there.
I guess I've never heard of anything like this happening.
The scooter that cured cancer.
It sounds like a medical miracle. So.
Listen, man, cool stuff. Your boy Caleb Catrone, who, no, none of this. Don't worry, no, none of this.
okay.
I'll set you up. No, Caleb Catrone was in Denver visiting, and he's a rider. He's one of our riders who is. He's I don't know if you want to say he's paralyzed from the knees down, but definitely got issues from a parachuting accident. And so anyway, he's just in Denver visiting, and they're out riding with some of the Denver crew, and Ruby Reyes, who works at Ruby Hill, which is one of the most premier single tracks in Denver. If you can go out and have a chance to ride Ruby Hill, do it. Denver Mob, tell them. Hit them in the social media lounge right now. Float Fiend, hit them. John Stock, hit him. Tell him, Ruby Hill. Belly. It's sick.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-mile loop and just all kinds of almost to the point where you're afraid you're going to fall down the
It's
mountain.
almost like an advanced pump track.
You need to know what you're doing
but
to ride
also
Ruby Hill.
Like an elevated pump track.
No. There's a section just for pump tracks, bro. We got you there. We have a whole nother wooden planks to ride and all that. Jumps. All that. But we also have a 2-mile long single track just all around the park. Imagine Burke Lake Park, but with a single track around it.
Oh, okay.
So cool. So anyway, the main guy that works here, I don't know if it's named after him, but his name is Ruby Reyes. The guy's got cancer, and he can't make his treatments. having trouble getting to his cancer treatments and getting to Ruby Hill and work at the offices on time of that park. And he's just really upset when Caleb and a couple of the other riders, I think John Stock was with him too, they saw him and he was just like in tears and he was like trying to figure it out. And he opened up to them like, this is my problem. This is what's going on. Within a day before he left, Caleb Catrone just brings his scooter that he had, wasn't working, got it fixed in the back of his truck, hauled it over there before he left, dropped it off, signed over the title to this guy. This guy is able to now make his treatments. 2 years later, he's cancer-free. Still has his job. Didn't lose his job.
That's excellent.
I mean, stoke butter for days. You're welcome. Tap it into the veins.
Into the veins. That is the strength of this community. So that's excellent.
Oh, I can't play that. That was Tom Sawyer. Can't play that.
Nope.
That's what I wanted. That kind of went together.
That was definitely the same.
That kind of went together. It's like all right, TTR Studios mashup. That's what I'm talking about. But there are good things happening in the world. And we wanted to point that out. We'll talk to Marco Talotta in a second here. But I've got to tell you guys what happened to me on this group ride that I actually got to meet Marco. Well, we met him a little while ago, but I rode with him. I think I need my boys at One Stop Board Shop because I mentioned to you guys earlier that, remember I said that my one wheel was backfiring? Pop!
What?
Remember? I told you this.
Like you
Pop! Was this the one you missed?
No.
Pop! Yeah.
Your one wheel is backfiring.
Pop! Yeah.
It's shouting at you. It's literally screaming at you.
Pop! Yeah, it's really scary. It's happened a couple times where I let momentum while I'm in like an elevator or in a close range. It goes up against the wall. And then unfortunately I'm still leaning and it can't go any further. And I hear a pop. And I'm like, oh, no, that's not good. What it is, and I believe it's Mr. Ulam. I think it's Jeff, maybe Greg. I think it's Greg Ulam. Pointed out to me what it probably is. Tested it out, figured it out. You know what this is? Not backfiring. Nothing to do with bearings. Sean Nelson thought it was things inside of the motor. We were trying to get all kinds of intricate. God bless that guy's mind. He's a genius. But no, sir. Simple answer. Your float plates are catching on the wall, and then they're flap. They're smacking up against your plate underneath. Your float plates are just catching the wall, and I did it. I kind of pulled them up and then just let it go, and it's the exact sound.
Oh, wow.
It's the exact sound.
The detective
I'm
work
ripping the screw threads completely to shit, I'm sure, when that happens.
Yeah.
But that's the sound. I was like, ah! He's like, dude, I know what you're talking about. That happened to me. It's your float plates catching on the wall.
Wow.
And then they
just snap back.
as soon as you release it, they snap back.
So then why you got to talk to the One Stop Board Shop? Man?
Well, because we'll get there. And good job not spoiling things. But yeah, something else happened on my ride with Marco. And you know what? I don't want to keep him waiting. We're going to get behind. We're right on here. So, Belly, if you could, please get him on the air. Let's do that. I'd like to talk to him because Marco's cool, man. He is the Invincible man. He's had his own brushes with some hard times. He'll talk to us here in a second. I think we have him on the line. Marco, you with us, dude?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Talotta, how are we feeling, my man?
I'm good. I just want to say something about you and your look when you're one-wheeling.
Oh, okay.
Totally badass. You look like a pro snowboarder and fenderless with white pants and one tire spin and your pants are black and brown. But you look so cool. That's why that lady shit her pants.
She got excited is what happened.
Thank you. All right, appreciate it. No, we rode together this weekend. Yeah. Wait a minute. I don't know if you could pull up his actual thumbnail on Instagram. We want to talk about who actually looks like a badass. Can you pull that
bring
up?
It up
if you can? I know that's tough to do here because Marco rides, and if you've ever seen him, he looks like he is completely from the future. We got lunch at a restaurant. They asked us what they say what year are you guys from? Because he rides with that helmet. So. Marco, I guess, really, tell us, how old are you, dude?
44. I'll be 45 in July.
So first of all, that shocked me because you have the enthusiasm, the energy of like a 28-year-old.
Oh, thanks.
And you're from Sicily, right?
Yes, I moved from Italy at the end of 2005. I met this American tourist in Rome while I was studying in Rome. And I decided to move here because I always loved the States. I always loved skateboarding, hip hop music, comics. So that was the move to go for.
So you said when I asked you, are you ever afraid of getting, jumped on a trail ride? Nah, bro, I'm from Sicily. What does that mean?
All right, so Sicily is much less dangerous than DC. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
But you need to know people. You need to know how to move around. There's some places you have to avoid, especially like in my area. I've seen crazy stuff, so I know how to handle myself. So nothing really scares me. Plus, I went through so much stuff: skateboarding accidents, motorcycle accidents, surgeries. Then I got cancer, like a lot of stuff that made me feel like a 3-time survivor.
Well, I want to get to that, and that's where I was going to say we have a Hoosier Whisper review that you just got this Hoosier Whisper that you're excited to talk about. But first, let's get into that a little bit because I didn't know that about you. This is why we call you the Invincible Man. You actually said it. I'm a survivor, man. So tell us if you can your path to how you got where you are now.
Right. All right. So first of all, when you see my rider's name is the Wraith. It's from a movie with Charlie Sheen. It's a movie from the 80s. The guy comes back from death to get revenge, and he's wearing kind of my same style of helmet and all black, and that's what I go for. Because this is my second chance after. I'm not talking about my motorcycle accident and surgeries and stuff. I smashed my face so many times; it's all stitched up and teeth and the inside of my mouth. But when I moved here, I thought I was done with dancing with death, but then I was diagnosed with cancer. Like my little daughter was just born, and one night I had some symptoms. I went to ER, and they told me, "Dude, you have like a 7-centimeter cancer in your left kidney. We gotta remove that before you die. Say bye to your family just in case."
Holy shit!
And the night at the hospital, they transferred me. My parents were coming from Sicily to visit me in a month. I didn't tell them anything. I planned the surgery. It was really hard because they have to cut you, remove all the internal organs, get the kidney out, stitch you back. It was really painful, but then I was alive again, and I got this inner energy. The only thing that people don't talk about, they always talk about the physical part of cancer that is painful, that is eating you alive, but they don't say that it's a physical fight that you, in your mind, you're fighting every day. Every day when I wake up with a headache, my brain automatically goes like, oh, you have cancer again. Like you struggle every day. So I was trying to find something, like my Zen moment to relax and stop thinking and obsessing about cancer, which I'm cancer-free now, luckily. So I heard about the One Wheel. I ordered one beginning of August 2019. And that became my Zen moment. It's like better than hiking. I can go to so many places. I can meet new friends, which is happening with you and Lyle. We're building this huge community in Fairfax, the FFOC, which is on Instagram, FFX_OC, the Fairfax One Wheel Crew. And this is my second chance, or third or fourth chance, basically. It's my Zen moment. It helps me connecting with life. And I feel like I'm truly invincible. And I don't know if you notice my riding style. I'm like, I'm not taking it easy. Even if I'm supposed to be a little scared and cautious, I go full speed. I just go with everything I have. And some people, especially on, the Facebook groups are full of trolls, and they're like, that's totally overkill, a full face helmet on a one wheel, it looks so stupid. I smashed my face so many times. I have a family. I want to be done with hospitals and pain, That's it.
Yeah. Well, first, that's amazing story just to talk about your perseverance and getting through all those things that have been going on in your life. And yet you still seem to really push out that positive attitude. But Tell us a little bit about the motorcycle accident. I mean, we know a few motorcycle riders in this community, like Ryan Hurwitz and things like that. Like, talk about, like, is that where your adrenaline comes from to do that?
I want to know what it was like in the moment when you were in the air. Because I remember when I had a 360, when my car did a 360, I will never forget what it was like to look at where I'm going through the back of my rear view window, the back of my car, because I was at a 180 and I was just, oh my God, where am I going? So what was it like in the middle of that actual experience, if you don't mind going there?
Okay, I'll tell you because I've telling so many times. So I was still in Sicily. It was a night. It was like midnight or past midnight, and I was checking for my friends what they were doing. I wanted to walk around and flirt with girls as usual, but then my friends were playing pool. I was like, this is so lame. Let's go outside. Let people move. So I decided to go back home. And I thought there was nobody on the road because it was so late. And I was speeding like hell. And this guy that was from out of town, he didn't stop at the stop sign. And he was like one stop before getting home because my mom heard the huge crash. This guy ran me over. The motorcycle went under the car. So they found the car like elevated like this with the motorcycle under. I wasn't wearing a helmet because I was dumb. That's why I wear a helmet now. So my face completely smashed the windshield. The windshield cut my nose, almost separated my nose from my skull. So it cut here on the sides. I broke 3 of my teeth. I smashed my mouth. It was like I couldn't even breathe. I fainted in midair. I started rolling a million times, bumped my head. This is what people told me. I bumped my head on another car, and then I bumped my head again with no helmet on the floor. On the ground. They found me in a pool of blood. A guy from a bar got me to the hospital. They're supposed to transport me to Messina, which is the closest town. And they said, no, this guy's not going to make it. My brother came because they told him. He got the guy, and he started beating him up. Then the police came. My mom came, and she didn't even know it was me. I was already swollen. Oh, man. My eye was closed. I lost this side of hair. So when I woke up at the hospital, I woke up exactly when the father of my girlfriend, which was the emergency doctor, was stitching my mouth without anesthesia.
Oh, no.
I had one guy stitching my nose. No. One guy stitching the inside of my mouth.
No.
And my eye was closed, no hair. 2.5 weeks, all with bandages. And imagine what happened when the beard, I had such a huge beard, they have to remove everything.
No, dude, you're just not, it's not even trying to make it subtle.
Guess what? One of the local newspapers said Marco Talotta died tonight. I still have the paper in my wallet. Every day I have it in my wallet. And I show
wow.
I'm not trying to. I can't.
Wow.
I'm not laughing. I'm laughing at your demeanor after going through that. It's ridiculous.
But not only that, he carries a newspaper. Literally claimed him as dead. He carries it around in his wallet. Like that is
badass?
that's badass.
Yes, that is badass, Marco.
That's my connection with the movie The Wraith. That's why I'm The Wraith. Because Charlie Sheen came back from the dead, so.
All right, well, you're officially our Invincible Man. I think if we had a Iron Man contest between you and Corey Bainey, it's on. Am I right? I mean, Jesus. All right, so let's get into this Hoosier Whisper review, and thank you for being so open with your past and what you've been through. I think if anybody's, dude, ride with a helmet, don't. It's up to you, but, you hear him talking. I mean, it only takes one, and I think again from this weekend, we can all just realize that it just you never know what's going to happen. So, get me into this Hoosier Whisper that you got, because I think you were telling me now that there's just not a lot of information on it on the internet. You don't see a lot of reviews. So how did you get into this? Why did you pick that tire in the first place?
All right, so I never loved the Vega. I mean, it's good when you're starting, but every wrinkle, you can feel it, and it kind of brings you in the direction of the wrinkle. And when I was on trail, I was forcing myself to stay on the board because it's so rigid. So I needed something rounder, and I was looking for reviews. And I knew about the Whisper because I think Jeff McCosker wrote one of the few reviews online, but I couldn't find a good video review. So I was like, is this going to work on, I don't just go on asphalt. I don't just race. I want to go on trail. I want to go on grass. But nobody is confirming me that this tire is really good. So I was like, I'm gonna get it and hopefully test it and it's gonna work. And I can spoil the end of
No, don't do that yet. In fact, we've got a video that we want to tease with the people. So if you can, just hold off for a second. I want to show them. You sent us just an exclusive little tease of your video, and we'll play that now. So Marco, if you can, hold on. We're on the same line. We'll play this for our folks.
Yes.
And right now. I need a new tire, Belly. It's time. And I've been testing him out. I got to test his out too. We'll hear from him. Then right now, if you're on the podcast, he's riding around just showing little clips. I got to ride in this spot. There's some really cool hits. Testing some jumps, going off curbs. And so what he's going to do is go and hit the trails today. We'll talk to him about that in here in a second. It's definitely not a slow ride. I saw him just the other day. So, Marco, initial thoughts?
So, do you remember the shocking revelation of 70% battery after 11 miles?
No, we haven't done that yet. In fact, that's how we should probably do this. You were at 70% when the rest of our riders were at 50%.
Or less, right?
Or less. And so we were like, wait a minute, how are you at 70?
It's the Whisper, man. Do you remember I was pushing the board? I was in front of everybody, far away, speeding no stop, and I was going on trail, and it was wet, and then people that were stopping to check the battery level, and I was shocked. It was 70%, and you know, when it's cold, the battery doesn't work as when it's warm. So I was like, wow, 11 miles on and I have 70%.
Yeah, I thought
good.
It was 10 miles, right? 10 or 11 miles?
Yes.
70%, folks. He had 70% left after 10 miles. Now, I was the other route of this. Belly, it's the video on the bottom taskbar. The video on the bottom taskbar, if you will. I ran out of battery here because, well, when they went to check, Marco, you guys went to check, you were at 70. What
Yes.
do you remember what? Well, I was at 30 and everyone was like, wait, what the hell? So we checked my PSI and apparently I'm 40 pounds. Do you remember what my PSI was at?
4.
4.
4? 4. You ever checked your tire pressure ever since you own the board? Have you ever checked it once?
Dude, it was bad. Oh, I got it. So here, let me just show you this so we can get it off the screen and we'll get Marco back. But yes, this is what happened. We needed regen just to get to the GD gas station to fill up my stupid tire.
And this is a video by my buddy Lyle.
Yeah, yeah.
Regen. Yeah.
So that's Javier Starks behind me. It's Marco and Alan dragging me while I brake. So if you're looking at it, I'm trying to brake so that they're pulling me as fast as I can, and I'm basically just trying to stop them.
Yeah. That's the
For regen.
With a flat tire,
For
apparently.
regen with a 4 PSI tire. And I mean, I'm like, holy hell. Now I'm trying to figure out how this happened. I can't believe it. But yeah, it turns out that's why I was at 30%. We ended up getting it filled up. And
Can you imagine what people in the cars looking at you, they were thinking, what's going on? Is there like a trick? Is there like a choreography? What is it?
that's all I could think about because these cars were like 2 feet from us. Belly,
It's the
they're
Flying
right,
V.
They're right next to us. And they're all, and by the way, Javier, Alan, and Marco, and also Lyle, who shot that video, were just the nicest people in getting me to where we could go charge and then get to a gas station. Everybody filled up air, but they were just so like, Belly, they were just like nice about the idea that like obviously I'm screwing up this ride right now. Like I kept worrying like, oh damn it, like I'm sorry, we have to go stop here.
That is one of those mindsets in that group ride mentality, and some people's fear of even going in on group rides. Like for me, even riding the pint, like knowing that my range is much more limited.
Marco, everybody was so nice about it. I gotta say thanks, man.
Thank you. But as I was telling you numerous times, to me, riding is an adventure, especially group riding. So that was part of the adventure. It actually made it more fun. You enriched the experience. That was cool. It was like our brotherhood coming out and helping you. And we made it. There was Lyle with the GPS finding the gas station. We were pulling you. It was totally cool.
It was a scene, man. Especially because I dressed up like an idiot. I mean, I deck it out. You saw it. I dressed up like a full snowboarder, and I kind of get into
You're scaring the shit out of people dressed like that.
It puts me in a snowboard mentality, man. Like, I ended up falling down a hill, and I was like, well, I guess we're going down this way now. Like, it just kind of turns into this day on the mountain, except I'm out with my buddies in the middle of February or January, whatever the hell. So, Marco, I really appreciate you. I know you do special ed, right? We're special ed brothers. I used to teach special ed.
Yes. That's another second chance. I like to help kids that are not lucky, and I try to give them superpowers. So, I'm into videos, and I make videos with them. I created my own series for this little guy on his wheelchair. His name is Dr. Glove now. He has a special glove, and now, like, all his talents are coming out. He's a good singer. He's gonna go America Got Talent. He has an album on iTunes. I just like to empower little kids and give them a lot of self-esteem and tell them about my story. Of course, I'm not gonna tell them all the details, but I've been through so much, and I'm so positive, full of energy every day. So they can do the same.
Marco, I have to ask you, I mean, we've seen a lot of your videos, and it's great that you're helping kids do that, but like, were these self-taught skills? Like, how did you get into the video editing and things like that?
Oh, thanks for asking. Not many people know that basically I'm here because I was studying in Rome at Italian television, and previously I got a degree in writing for comics from the International School of Comics in Rome. So my background is as a writer. I've been writing poems, short stories, and then comics since I was eight and a half. And then I met my now wife. I moved to America, but I still do my reviews. I'm into comics. I'm into video reviews of products. I get a lot of stuff from companies.
Okay, hold on, Marco. Hold on, time out. There's been a show meeting behind the scenes. Belly and I have discussed. We're officially hiring you as the comedic writer, senior comedic writer of TTR Studios. Will you help us be funnier?
All right.
I appreciate you, man. Hey, we got to get you out of here, dude. What is something do you have anything left for the people before we let you go?
Okay, people, remember FFX_OC. That's our Fairfax crew. We have the best spots. We have trails. We have asphalt. Semi-deserted neighborhood. We're gonna have fun. Just join us.
I'll do that. I had a blast riding with you guys. Can't wait till those trails dry up, dude. When is your Whisper video dropping, and where can we find it?
All right, I'm gonna be testing trail today with Lyle filming. I'm gonna put it together in 1 or 2 days, and then I'll put it on every major group on Facebook, on Instagram, on the FFX_OC on Instagram. They can just Google my name. I'm everywhere.
You'll find me. Find me, okay? Marco T. Hey, thanks, dude. Say it again?
Marco Talotta on Facebook and Marco Talotta on Instagram.
All right, Marco. You go have a good shred for us, dude. We'll see you soon, all right, man?
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Marco. Great interview.
Bye.
He's awesome. That dude's fun. I'll tell you, the stoke level in that group ride with him and Javier and this new dude, Alan. Let me tell you something. That guy freaked me out.
How did
he freaked me out, man. He scared me a little bit because
Belly scared the shit out of you, like you scared the shit out of that lady.
I had granny poo in my panties.
You brought your diaper, right?
Damn, I can't find the right one. Where is it? That's the one. Yeah. No, it was really funny because damn it, dude. So I pulled up for this group ride outside where you saw that video, right in that little neighborhood, and I pulled up. I don't know anybody's car or anything, and I don't know who's in this ride. Marco just said, hey, we're riding tomorrow. It's 10:30 in the morning. I said, all right, it's 10 minutes down the road. Let's do it. So I pulled up on the side of the road, and I got my wheel out, and I put it next to me, and I'm just like getting all my gear on, and a car pulls up behind me, and the guy gets out, and he's like 6'3", real long hair, big beard, looks like he could be like the spokesman for Brawny. The Brawny man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or the Bush guy, the Bush, just
Yeah.
the mountain man. And he just goes, "Are you fucking serious?" What did I do? Wait a minute. I mean, that's how he got out of the car. Are you fucking serious? I was like, yeah, do you have a one wheel? And he just goes,
Do you have a one wheel?
no, and then he didn't say a word. He just smirked at me, and then he goes around to his passenger seat, pulls out his one wheel, and he goes, yeah, like the same fucking one. And it's decked out exactly mine. Tiffany blue sidekicks with the orange under V3s. I was like, yo, twins!
No Fender? No Fender?
No, he did fender it, but we were totally one-wheel twins.
Heck yeah.
All right. Okay, he's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
I thought it was dead.
I thought it was, are you serious? You're getting dressed in all that gear.
No, well, I mean, they were laughing at me because I don't ride with the fender. We were all kinds of wet. I mean, it was soupy. But I don't care because I ride with those white snowboard
Honestly,
pants
those snowboard pants have never been white to me.
No, they're not. And I don't give a F. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't care about those because I know they're going to get a little dirty. I'm just going to wash them or whatever. But I wear them as like, they're my pants jackets, if you will. They're my pants jacket.
Yep.
I wear the pants underneath them. So I don't care how muddy they get. I'm taking them off before I even get inside my house.
His fender are his pants.
My pants are my fender. Okay?
I have pants fender.
Done. Let's get to the save videos. We got a lot to do, man. We've got so much to get to. I just like the look. Look.
What fender are you rocking? My pants.
My pants. Because let me tell you something. Here's the truth, okay? I use the sight of my wheel as a tool. And I mean that. I mean that firmly because I rarely ride on asphalt. So I need to know when I'm riding on grass, how wet is this grass? And sometimes grass can be deceiving. It looks dry, but it's really not. And so what I need to look at is how wet my wheel looks. If my wheel is like slippery wet looking, then I'm like, oh, no, grass isn't rideable today. If it's like just spots of wetness, I'm like, we're good. I can't do that with a fender on. I'll take the mud.
Take the mud.
I'll take it in my face. What is this? Is this John? Yes, you bet.
This is Jan.
Jan, damn it. Jan Temple. Folks, I'm not even saying another word. I just need more of this in my life. It's video time. Give me a minute of Stoke. I want some Stoke butter. Just tap it into my veins. Straight from the UK.
Now in the street there is violence, and lots of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher.
Billy, we getting the copyright thing for this?
This is a copyright claim coming
Damn
to
it.
you live from YouTube.
Thanks, Jan. I don't care. It's worth it. I'll take the hit. This is awesome, man.
a great tune.
Nah, and it's a good video, too. So we'll shout out his YouTube here in a second. But it's just a bunch of people having fun. And this is something that I've been thinking about.
Were you a professional wrestler?
It's
Jan?
like, I don't have a lot, like, I don't see a lot of my friends these days because everybody's off and doing their own things with their families and their kids, as they should be. But it's so cool to have a leisure activity that everybody's in on so that you almost have like a new group of friends. That is too wet.
And you know that if he didn't have his fender
I
on.
wouldn't have known. But no, it's
My
fun.
socks being wet were not a good indicator.
Yeah, but it's so anyway, get that off here. Yeah.
Why, is it getting you excited?
No, I gotta go to other stuff. I got other things to do. Because I was trying to say it's like I have, I don't really get to hang out with my friends a lot because when they do leisure stuff, it's not the same leisure stuff that I do. So it's so nice to find other people that one wheel and do the same things. What else is there? We've got another one wheel puppy on the loose. Ladies and gentlemen, is it Bode mode? Kind of. It's Bodie. Rebecca Randolph has a new puppy and it's freaking adorable. So welcome Bodie to the One Wheel Community Social Media Lounge.
Look
Please
at that face.
welcome him. Please Social Media Lounge with a big group high. That would be awesome. A group high, however you want to take that.
A group high.
Safety brakes for all. Not for Bodie. But
Look at that face.
That's a cute, adorable dog. Awesome. Very good. Rebecca Randolph. Treat him well. I know you will. What else? AJ Balanza has a nose butter from Kyle Hansen. You guys want to watch that? It's freaking awesome. Hold on a second. Let me get you this from the beginning. And bang. Nose butter. I mean, can I do it again? Reset it. Just redo it. Redo it. Give me more. Give me again. Again.
Now he just needs those scraping plates that from the South Florida crew on the front.
I mean, what is this, dude? So cool.
No, you know what? I got to watch that video one more time.
Do it.
I have to point something out.
Hold on.
Watch the guy in the van in the background of this video. That guy is like...
He's watching.
He's watching. He's like, ooh, that was sick. That was exactly what he wanted.
Was that a nose butter? That's what he was thinking.
That guy was shitting his granny panties. Watching that nose butter.
What else is going on? Oh man, this guy, Willie Evans for the freaking win, you guys. Are you serious? Just watch this one. This is the foldable rails. Are you serious? Belly, have you seen this?
No?
Yeah, so all you got to do on the podcast, if you're listening, he's just unscrewing one of the hub bolts. And look at that. The rails fold back on top of each other, and now they're half the size. Belly's freaking out. I can't touch anything yet. In fact, now I can.
I'm sorry, what?
That's pretty cool, right? You want to do it again? Show it
How
again.
does that-
Show it again.
I don't even know how that...
Go back. Hit back.
I don't know how to go
I got
back.
it. Give me that. There you go.
I don't understand how...
Let's all watch it again together.
Doesn't part of the thing connect through the rails?
I don't know how he explains it in the post, and there's a couple comments. In fact, if you see, there's like 64 right there. He uses like go-kart grade bendable cables and make sure that nothing is gravity isn't sitting on your cables, so they're never really just gonna chop.
It's
pretty
blown away
amazing.
by that.
It's pretty amazing. So Willie Evans is the guy that posted that. Thank you, sir. You absolutely get one of your own. Are there any more? Oh yeah, absolutely. One more here. So if I can, I want to do a little bit of reading for you guys. Thank you, Belly. This is a great job. E-scooters on the UK roads are good to go, folks. So good news here as we let you read along with us. Electric scooters will be legalized on roads and cycle lanes for the first time under government plans to encourage green transport. Ministers are expected to launch a consultation next month on how to regulate e-scooters and ensure safety. Belly, the consultation will be followed by trials in cities with a potential nationwide introduction if they're successful. And it is expected to suggest that e-scooters should be treated like bicyclists and be allowed on all roads and in cycle lanes, okay? They would be equipped with speed inhibitors that will limit their speed to 15.5 miles an hour. However, there also will be questions over whether helmets should be compulsory on e-scooters, and there has also been some pushback in the Whitehall amid concerns that e-scooters could discourage people from walking and contribute to obesity. I mean, out of here with that. You'll be fine.
Don't cars do that?
You'll be fine. Yeah. Man, we're
In fact, if anyone, we're about to have someone on, if anyone can attest
100%.
to riding these things and being out and using your muscles to move this, we're getting him to come on. We're talking to someone who has lost
Chris
weight
Richardson
and become more fit.
Lost 40 pounds on this thing.
Riding this one wheel.
Out of here with that. In fact, let's just do that. Are we ready for him? I'm on a clock today. Look at that, Belly. 12:45. It says, what time does it say that I was going to call Chris Richardson?
He says it looks like 12:45. 12:4S.
I don't even need it anymore. It's all up here, folks. Got it. Let it snow.
Oh, whoops.
No, that's okay. We don't have Blake Goodman today, but we will have Chris Richardson. Belly?
You have Belly. I just have to find him here.
You'll find him.
Yeah, I just have to do it without switching everything over.
Well, I had some things to talk about, but it was all written on my sheet that you obviously just... No, I'm just kidding.
I can go get it, boss.
I don't need it. No, I don't need it. But yeah, I was riding around on 4 PSI, And do you want to just change it so it's not on? You can. There you go. Is he on?
My new angle. We're getting him. It looks like it's happening.
Damn it,
It's
I need him in my life.
happening.
So I was on 4 PSI, and I'm pretty sure that riding to the gas station in regen mode as they were pulling me, I think that I maybe have bent one of my rims, Belly. It's no good. So Chris Richardson.
There's only one rim on the one wheel, Luch.
Well, yeah, okay, that's a good point. There's only one rim on a one wheel, he yells. Chris Richardson joins us now. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
We love you, man. We appreciate you joining us here. Although I've never. Have you ever done the regen pull before?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You get about 3 people going, and you lean way into it, and you can get some good regen.
So I feel like Chris was probably one of the first to ever do it. I believe Chris is the first to ever do pretty much everything on a one wheel.
Maybe that's your initiation.
Probably. No.
So
Not on that.
yeah, Chris. What do you think if I'm feeling like a clunk, 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 like I'm feeling like a bump that's rhythmic with how fast I'm going? Is that probably the rim?
I would think maybe bearings, maybe bolts, hub bolts or silver hub bolts.
I don't want to just do this every show where I ask all of our guests what's wrong with my board. So I'm just going to send it to Brian Lindy at the One Stop Board Shop. He's going to take care of me. And you guys, if anybody's on the East Coast or just doesn't have time to send it all the way to the West, he'll take care of you in New Jersey. Chris, what's been up with you, man? I haven't heard from you in a while, and we're going to get to your photos and a new challenge that I have for you and our listeners. But just catch me up, bro. What's been up with there? We're in winter. We don't get to ride like you. What have you been doing?
Well, I think unfortunately they misnamed this coronavirus thing. I mean, it's not Mexican. It's Chinese, so it should be the Kung Flu. But actually, I think I got it first. I think I got it first. I've been sick for almost 2 months.
Oh, no.
I mean, the nicest time to ride in Florida, I've been out of commission for almost 2 months. Sick as a dog. I'd get a little better, then I get sick again. Just now I'm starting to get back healthy enough to go ride and do tricks and stuff. And so getting back with the South Florida crew, getting some good photography in. Going to go ride some more trick stuff today and try to get back in shape. It was rough, man.
Well, talk to us about the, I don't know if it's the town of Whitehall or whatever they call them in the UK. Maybe Jan Temple can help me out with what they call them in the UK. But Whitehall thinks that e-scooters are going to make people discouraged from walking, and they're going to become obese. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, I think it would be really easy for somebody who speaks well on behalf of the whole mobile device movement to go in there and be like, look, guys, do you want to have a parking problem? I mean, you can extend people's parking way out. You're not going to have all the congestion. Do you use more calories standing up and riding on a scooter, or are you going to use more in a car? You know, come on. That's ridiculous. It's absurd. It's backwards. I mean, imagine all the people who, I know a lot of them. I know a lot of people who are one-wheelers who they're just not comfortable walking. I mean, people who aren't disabled, they aren't really eligible for a handicap permit, but they have issues or problems that make it so that a scooter even is more accessible, I would say, than a one-wheel, if you have physical limitations. So really, people need to get on embracing this. This is the future. This is how you can increase urban density. You can reduce parking problems. Sure, they look messy, whatever, but it's less messy than bikes, really. Even the scooters are smaller profile than a bike. And we need to do everything we can in the one-wheel community to support the adoption of scooters. I know we make fun of scooters. We laugh at them, but I guarantee you, if your city bans scooters, they're going to ban one wheels.
Oh, we're 100% aligned with scooters from here on out. That's why I've been yelling from the depths. Like
scooters, let's love them.
We've got to embrace like rules for both, because we're going to get lumped in there. I'm telling you now, the Wild Wild West. We've said it for a long time. Right. That's over. You see this as a win in UK. They're getting the green light. There are 4 in DC that are getting the green light. 4 companies. I don't have them off the top of my head, but a couple of the main ones were not on there, including the Razor new scooters that are like bikes. They're like bike wheels, Belly. They're huge. But yeah, no, I think we're forever tied with that. So I did not know that you were sick though, because through the photos that I've been seeing, you look like you're radiant with life and energy. And like, what is happening? Who are your Is it Bainey that's taking these photos?
Yeah, I'm telling you, our one wheel Batman, Mr. Captain Armadillo here, he's multi-talented, and the dude, he can take some photographs. I'm telling you, man, he's got some serious high dollar gear. He's amazing. And so when Corey says, hey man, you want to go shoot some shots? I'm like, when and where? I'm there. I grab outfits, I change shirts, the one with the leaves flying everywhere. I bring a broom and I put the leaves back between every shot. I mean, we're trying to get high production value here with.
So you're basically Instagram models, is what you're telling me.
I mean, look at this guy. He's Keanu Reeves on a one wheel.
that image right there is like epitome. Like that is just badass with the red sunglasses just coming right at you.
A Ferrari red one wheel. No, this needs to get picked up in a one. I want this in a one wheel GQ magazine.
Sunday.
This was on past Sunday?
That was a great story.
Well, tell me the story.
Yeah, I was just trying to get a short video on how to teach people how to one wheel. And so I was doing that shot that you might have seen with me doing a bonk off the top of a barrel. And these girls were filming me and putting on their Instagram and stuff. So I walked over and I'm like, hey, you guys want to be in a video? I got to make a video for one of my sponsors, and we're going to teach people how to learn how to one wheel. And this girl was like, oh, yeah, soccer chick. She's just all about it. So she was overly enthusiastic for a beginner. She was a natural. But she's like, that girl had never ridden a one wheel before. She got on it. I just taught her how to one wheel. And she's like, I want to ride on the same one wheel with you. And I'm like, you're insane. I've never done that before. I've never actually ridden two people on a one wheel before.
Well,
she's
you
like,
might have to act.
Let's do it. So at first she did it. She got behind me, which is really awkward, really uncomfortable. That didn't work out too well. Then we switched to the other direction, and that's what you see in that picture. But she was a wild girl. She was, and if people say you can't pick up girls on a one wheel,
you're crazy. You're crazy.
Not true.
Well, we don't all look and ride like you, okay, Keanu?
Hey, the thing is, honestly though, seriously, and I've ridden with a lot of friends. I know this is, I mean, I've heard people complaining and in a lot of the groups, guys are a little thirsty in the one wheel community, but I'm telling you, everybody loves to one wheel, and everybody, when they see this thing, they want to learn how to ride it. They want to know what it is. If you're single, just walk up to somebody and say, hey, have you ever ridden one of these things before? Do you know what this is? This is called a one wheel. You want to try it?
You won't have to walk up to somebody. They will come to you, and that's the beauty of it, is that it is such a it's such a conversation starter, especially like at work. I mean, we had a congressman on our podcast yesterday, and I'm geared up like a snowboard. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? I'm like, you don't know about this one wheel? I mean, it just starts so many conversations that, never would have happened, and it warms people up because now they have something that they're interested in. Oh, now you're interesting? Let me talk to you. So. Love it. I love it, man. What do you have, Chris? What I'd like to do is a weekly one wheel challenge over in the weekly one wheel challenges group. Since it's inspired by you, I would like to call it the Richardson Challenge. Post your best picture with the one wheel in it. That's it. Super easy, but you got to make it a nice picture. Maybe it's something that's cool in the background, but like I want you looking like my boy did up here, like Keanu. I want you looking good. Maybe it's your board only, but your board better look like Keanu if that's the case. Can we do that, Chris?
Yeah, and I can give people a couple suggestions.
Please do.
I mean, obviously having Corey helps a lot, but throw some color in there. I'm sorry, but I think the style of today is everybody looks like they're going to a golf girl's funeral. I mean, everybody's wearing black. I'm like, seriously, throw in some colors. They pop in photos, and you don't need a fancy camera. Put your iPhone on the $8 Amazon tripod thing, and just ham it up and have some fun. I was, that photo that I posted, I made it my profile picture. It looks so like over the top because it was. This is between shoots. We're just goofing off, having fun. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just man spread it out in this chair and let's just get a crazy shot. And it looks so good. I'm like, I'm just putting it everywhere. It's funny. It's fun. That's all it is, dude. Have some fun with it. I like this idea of the challenge. You didn't tell me about this.
I did not tell you about that. I'm sorry. Well, Chris, something
that's gonna be fun. Everybody can do it.
I hope you enjoy it. And Chris, the last thing that I learned in LA was that the camera can read your mind. And if you think of it that way, if you're nervous during a photo shoot, the camera will see it. and if you're having fun, it'll see it.
In NLP terms, it's called state control. Control your state. Get into a state that you want to be in, that you want to see on the camera. And even though you may think it doesn't show on you, it does. So get happy, get angry, whatever you want to show, get in it, be it, live it, feel it, make it real for you, and then snap the shot. You'll see it.
Chris Richardson, Florida, represent. Dude, thanks for coming on the show, man. TTR Studios rider.
Guys.
Chris, any shout outs you want to get out there before we send you off?
Yeah, well, two. Let me just hit two real quick. Obviously, my sponsor, Boulder Denim. If you haven't seen, they have a Kickstarter coming up for their 3rd generation of jeans. I ride them all the time. I freaking love them. I got in on their 2nd Kickstarters when I got them. I spent my own money and got them, and I love them. So get on their website. You can actually win free jeans. They got a thing going right now. And then obviously Armadillo. You may have seen on my Instagram the Spark plates with prototype testing. Oh my God, they are so much fun. Spark plates and Dillo, obviously Team Dillo. We're kicking it down here in South Florida. And you got to check their stuff out and just check out what's upcoming. Get on their website, because I guarantee you, when those Spark plate pre-orders go live, they're going to sell out.
Are they full plates? We were arguing about this earlier on the group ride. Are they full plates, or are they just little like things that go on the nose? I guess the back nose.
We're prototype testing multiple solutions.
Ooh.
The first one he got, I think, is the best, and it's really robust. Actually robust. Yeah, I'm sorry, I keep sticking to future motion every time with that. I think it's funny. But it's like a massive, thick aluminum plate with spark rods drilled through it and held in place. And so far, that's like the version 1, V1, and we can't kill it yet. We haven't killed the first prototype.
Okay.
But we've also tried some other ones that are strips that go across. And so we're working. Generally, and so far, the pricing looks like you might as well buy the whole plate. You're going to have a stainless steel plate with a thing attached. And you're not going to save a lot of money by getting just a strip. But,
okay.
We're working on that. I'm not financially involved in it, but I discussed a lot with him about it.
All right.
I'm giving him a lot of options. I think it's going to be really cool. And if they offer anything about replacement plates, I would grab them, because you're going to every time you're going to want to spark. Tail drags are just so much fun with this.
Armadillo,
add some action to the one wheel.
Yeah, Armadillo and Boulder Denim jeans. Boulder Denim,
especially at night.
They make your ass look great.
They make your ass look great. Well, Chris is a perfect transition man. That's why I love Chris. He can read minds better than anyone, because my vendor of the week this week.
All right, I got to get him out. Chris, get out of here. Have a good day, buddy. We'll talk to you
take
soon.
care, bud.
Jesus Christ, I love you guys. Who is it?
My vendor of the week this week.
Who is it?
I saw him come out with the Kickstarter for their new version of their jeans, but Boulder Denim jeans have been awesome. I've been rocking them since the Float Life Fest. I want to wear them all the time. I only want to wear Boulder Denim jeans.
Why?
They're so comfortable. Everything about them, just like the way they stretch, the way they feel. Working in them in the service industry or whatever, if you are an active person, if you are going outside, spend the money on Boulder Denim jeans, because they're worth it. They change how you feel about
They'll change
jeans.
your life.
No, they make your ass look great, and they change how you feel about jeans. If you hate jeans, you won't with Boulder Denim jeans. Get them. Get them if you don't have them already. Get your second pair. Get your third pair. Go and support them for their third version, the 3.0s. They earned it, man.
All right. Very good.
Plus, Bradley Michael Spence is an awesome dude.
Sounds like a plan. We got to go. Holy shit. It has gone by really fast today. So thank you guys for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out in our social media lounge. It supports our show. We haven't done a lot with you today. Let me see if I can grab some comments while Belly gets us out of here. Belly, what do you got?
Man, it was great to be here again, as always. Love coming on the show, seeing you guys, and enjoying the time. Sorry I didn't set up my social media line.
Why does Belly look so pretty today?
That's the angle. Luch set me up with a beautiful angle today. Thank you, Luch. I look really good right now.
Boulder are so comfy. Ladies, they have pockets, real pockets, back and front. I wear leggings or Boulders from now on. All right, how about that? Unpaid from Boulder Denim Jeans. Bradley Michael Spence, we love you. Chris Richardson, we love you. And of course, Marco Talotta, the Invincible Man. Check out his review of the FF Hoosier Whisper. It's been a long show today that went really fast and went quickly. and I appreciate y'all for being here. So see you next time. Tuesday, the voice of One Wheel will pop it this week on the Patreon page. If you want more of these antics, patreon.com/TTR Studios LLC. Belly, we gotta go. It's time to get the fuck out of here. Damn it.